Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you new here, my name is Donna, and for those of you not new, thank you so much for continuing to come back and support my channel. I appreciate all of you so very much. Today I am doing an update to my Project Pan, and I do believe this is update number 7, 8, something like that. I know that there was a month there during quarantine that I did not come and update you. I just wasn't using enough, so I thought I would come back to you, update you on my project, and let you know what's going on today. That is what the plan is. So if that interests you, just keep watching. So as always, we're going to start this Project Pan update with these guys. And I do believe I saved the pictures that I took last time so that I can put them on here again. God knows, sometimes I'm really good at that. Sometimes I'm just not. The first set of items that I want to talk about, and the reason why I say set is because they're all in here. This is a couple of OFRA items and 3 ColourPop items that I did roll into this project at the beginning of the project. The goal with these 2 eyeshadows was just to hit pan. And the goal with this eyeshadow was to finish it. As you can see, I did hit pan in these 2 items. And in one of the update in which I showed the pan that I hit with these, I elected to keep them in throughout the year and see if I could potentially pan them entirely. This one I see happening. This one not so much. This one, honestly, I don't think the pan has moved much in this item. It is an eyeshadow that I used to use every single day all the time for setting my eyeshadow primer or the concealer that I used as eyeshadow primer. But I think in a video not that long ago, I said I've been kind of geeking out on Robert Welsh, and I have since stopped using concealer as an eyeshadow primer and started actually using eyeshadow primer as an eyeshadow primer. And I also stopped setting my eyeshadow primer, so I don't really dig into it very often. I'm hoping that over here I can have a picture of what these look like, at least in the last update, so that you guys can see them. The blush and the highlight here are from OFRA, and I do use them quite frequently. The goal was to hit pan. I doubt very seriously that that's going to happen. I mean, even just thinking about it right now, we're in August. I have a whopping 4 months left out of the year, and I just don't think it's going to happen this year. But these are what these look like right now. You guys can see that highlight. You know what? Oh my God, you guys. I have pan in this highlight. It's just little tiny baby pan. It's just little tiny, teeny tiny baby pan. I don't know if you guys can see it. Oh, where is it? It is just right here in this little like divot area where it looks like I maybe went in with my brush a little too hard, or maybe even gouged it with my fingernail. I'm gonna go ahead and use it until you guys can physically see pan, because I am so excited I hit pan in that. I'm just so excited. But as you guys can see, they are being used, and that bronzer and that highlight do look like they have been used, but they also haven't really gone much of anywhere. That's those. These will keep on trucking, and we'll keep on trying to keep on with these guys, and hopefully by the end of the year, we will see at least the majority of these 2 eyeshadows gone. And then this one, I'm just not sure if that's going to happen, but maybe I can incorporate it in somewhere. I'm just not sure. This one, I feel like the formula has changed. I really do not like this shadow anymore, and I used to like it a lot. As a matter of fact, I did put it into this eye look this morning and then took the eye look off. And then went back in, used it, tried to incorporate it back in again, and just took it off. I don't like it anymore. So it's super hard for me to use, but I am hoping to, you know, at least get quite a bit of usage out of it to start, and then we'll go from there. And now that I'm looking at it, it might have been these two that I kept in and elected to keep in and try and use up as much as possible. This one might have already had the baby pan in it when we started this year. I'll have to go back and look. I am just so excited that I can see pan in that highlighter. This would be the first highlight that I have hit pan in. And I've got a pretty extensive collection. That collection video is coming soon, I do promise you. The next item I have on here is this. It is the MAC Stereo Rose Skin Finish. This was a limited edition blush by them, and this is what this one looks like right now. I did get this in a surprise box off of eBay when I first started filming. So this is what it looks like right now. It did have 1.9 ounces and it currently has 1.8 ounces, and I'm sure with the side-by-side pictures of the product itself you can see the usage of it. I'm really proud of the amount of usage I'm getting out of that. The next one, it's a really easy blush to use. It's got this really pretty like sheeniness to it, and even though it looks super pink, it's not super pink on the skin. I mean, it is, don't get me wrong, but it's got this really beautiful sheen to it that just, I usually will wear it without a highlighter on top of it because you don't really need to place a highlighter on top of it. The next thing I have is this. This is the Hourglass Diffuse Light. This is just a little miniature size that costs the same amount as a full-size item in any other brand, to be honest. But this is what this guy looks like, and I think that he's seen usage, but I don't think that you can really see the amount of usage in this guy. I did have him at 0.9 ounces in the beginning, and now he's still at 0.9 ounces. I have to imagine that a lot of that has to do with the component because this is dirty. It's so dirty. I have used it all the time. I do love the fact that you can dip your brush into it and put it on your face and it just kind of melts everything together like magic. It's like sorcery. It really is. It is a beautiful powder. And if it doesn't go by the end of the year, then I won't be sad, to be honest. The next thing I have is the Sol de Janeiro hand cream. And I have to tell you, I have used some. I'm so excited. So that second line there is its usage line, and I know that you guys can see that. I'll go ahead and pop pictures in here. It did weigh in at 2.1 ounces when we first started this. It currently is weighing in at 2.0 ounces, so just a wee bitty itty bitty bit of usage going on, but at least it's getting used. I had a comment in my comment section after my last Project Pan update that told me to put this by my bedside, on my bedside table, and I did that, and that was the most ingenious thing. I don't use it a lot because I'm going to bed. I don't want to be like slimy, but it reminds me to use it before I go to bed every night. It also reminds me to put it on when I get out of a shower. It reminds me to put it on in the morning. Like, my skin is so dry. My elbows are really gross right now because they're so dry, and I'm consistently leaning on tables because I am always on my computer right now, so my elbows just continue to get worse and worse and worse. I think I'm actually maybe going to move it from my bedside table to where my computer is, because I think that I would get more usage out of it if I had it sitting next to my computer. So we're gonna do some more little trial and errors, but this has worked well for me on my bedside table for the last month because I did use it. The next thing we have is this. It is the Smashbox Contour, and you guys know that I took it off its stick and put it into this pot. It did weigh in at 0.7 ounces when we first brought it in. It weighs in at 0.7 ounces now, but this is what it currently looks like in the pot. And I feel like you can actually see that there's been quite a bit of usage in it. You guys, if this isn't gone at the end of the year, I am going to toss it. I just don't see any reason to hold on to it and keep it around. So I emptied 2 items in the last month, and I'm sure that if you are familiar with my channel and familiar with my Project Pan, you know which items those are. I'm gonna let you pause the video and take a guess down there in that comment section down there. So the two items that I was able to pan over the last since the last update was this. This is the Tarte Shape Tape. And this was just a little mini size in light sand. Those familiar with my channel know that I hate this concealer. It is not my favorite at all, but it is empty. And I did take out the stoppers so that I was assured I was getting the rest of it out of there. Now, I don't know if you guys can see down in that little contraption there, but he is gone. He is empty. I am so excited about that because this is not my favorite concealer. I did put this was in one of my Simply Samples videos, so that is why it's currently in this stash of things that I'm trying to pan because I don't like it and I didn't want to throw it away. I have this horrible piece of me that doesn't want to be wasteful, so I didn't throw it away. I elected to use it up. Same goes for this guy. This is the Juice Beauty Green Apple Brightening Cleanser. I'll go ahead and stick a picture in here of its weight, and I've had it in on 3 different, well, this was the beginning. This was, you know, first update, second update that it was in. And in the beginning, it was 2.5 ounces. With the weight today, it's 0.6 ounces. I will tell you this, okay? So you know my thoughts on the Tarte Shape Tape, hate it. Juice Beauty, I kind of feel the same way about. It does nothing for my skin. It kind of smells organic or like dirt, for lack of better words, except for this one, which smelled like dirt that had green apples mixed in the mix with it. So it did kind of have this green apple scent to it, which I appreciated, but it says it exfoliates and refines with potent fruit acids. I just didn't see any kind of difference in my skin from this product. It's definitely not my favorite because of the smell of it, but it's also not my favorite because I just don't see any difference from it besides the dryness that it helped out with, or the occasional breakout that I think came from this initially right off the bat. So there's that. Neither one of these items were my favorite to use, and I'm super excited that they're now out of my collection. I think this cleanser, honestly, would be best for like an oilier skin person, or maybe even a child. I just think like a child, like a teenage boy or something. I have a billion of them. I have 4 of them. So well, not 4 teenage boys. I have 4 boys. 3 of them are teenage boys, and I could see them really getting some use out of this cleanser and liking it. I didn't. My skin is far too sensitive. My skin is far too dry. It just didn't do anything for me. With that being said, I don't think that it was made to help with hydration or anything like that. It is a brightening gel cleanser. It does have that gel consistency, only a lot more liquidy than a gel is. But I just didn't see that it was doing anything to brighten the tone of my skin. What I really do think is helping me with the tone of my skin and brightening the tone of my skin is the serums that I'm using. I just don't think that this had anything to do with the changes I'm seeing in my skin. I got a blowout today. I love it. It looks so good. Freshly washed, blown out, beautiful. Yep, it looks good. Okay, so the first item I am rolling in to replace one of those 2 items is this. This is the Coola SPF 30 Makeup Setting Spray. And I am rolling this in. It is sitting, I don't know if you guys can see where the liquid line is. I think that you can, but I will mark it. It's sitting right there. This setting spray, I love Coola as a brand. I do have a lip balm from them. I have an SPF like facial moisturizer from them that I use all the time during this time of year. As a matter of fact, it's one of my favorites for summer. I do think I put that on a summer favorites tag somewhere on my channel. This setting spray is horrendous. I like that when you shake it, it's got that little ball in there that makes noise. Mind you that you have to shake it because when you pick it up, it kind of shakes around in there. But you have to shake it up, which is fine. That's not what bothers me. What bothers, and the mist on it, super good mist. It's got a nice, like, beautiful, just pleasant mist. It's got a beautiful mister. What I hate about this is it smells so chemically, you guys. And it kind of burns my eyes when I put it on my face, so I have to shield my eyes when I put it on, and then it kind of defeats the purpose of putting on a makeup setting spray because I'm not getting my eyes. It's drying. I feel like it's got alcohol in it. It smells like a combination of hairspray and nail polish remover. Like, why? This does say it contains 70% plus organic ingredients. It says it's broad spectrum SPF sunscreen. It says water and sweat resistant, which is fantastic. I'm walking, 3 to 4 miles these days. I need something that's sweat proof, and I do feel like it helps hold my makeup in place during those time frames, but I hate putting this on my face. For that reason, I am putting it in here. I think I have 2 of these, honestly. I'm looking around. I could be wrong. No, I have 2. My plan is to get both of them out of my collection by the end of this summer, because I don't want to think that I need to use them next summer. And they're my least favorite setting spray. So with that being said, I typically have a harder time using things that I do not like, which is why I didn't put anything in this project pan this year that I didn't like, except for if they were sample size items. With setting spray, it's a little bit easier for me because my setting spray lives on my like mirror sill, my mirror. It's okay. It's a pocket window, and when you push the pocket window piece down, there's a mirror behind it, because when they added on to this house initially, God knows how long ago, this house is 112 years old. When they added on to this house, a portion of the bathroom that they added on covered up a portion of this room and that pocket window. So they just put a mirror behind the pocket window. I think you guys maybe have seen my room before, maybe know what I'm talking about. If not, I know that there's a video out there that shows my pocket window and the mirror behind it. This sits on that windowsill over there by where I do my makeup every single day. So setting spray, even if I hate it, is a lot easier for me to get through. What I just have to remember is that I can't use this to foil an eyeshadow. I have been using a different like facial spray or setting spray to foil an eyeshadow when I have to use it on my eyes, because this, oh my gosh, this stings so bad in my eyes. And for those of you familiar with my channel, you know, I just don't tolerate that very well. I can't handle it. So this is what we're focusing on right now, and it comes in at 4.5 ounces. I am hoping to have this done within the next, by the time that we go into the next update, and have rolled in this one already. So there we go. The next thing I am rolling in is this, and I know that you guys probably saw this in my empties. This is a container, and it is the Glossier Priming Moisturizer Rich container, but inside of it is foundation. I did put inside this container my 2 everyday foundations. So my holy grail foundations for the longest time were the Peach Perfect Comfort Matte by Too Faced in medium sand, light sands, I can't remember, nude sands. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. But anyways, that foundation and the Becca Skin Love in Shell, I love to mix them together. One is a ultra matte but super comfortable to wear. And the other one is more dewy and luminous, also super comfortable to wear. I didn't have the perfect shade in either one of those foundations, but mixing those two foundations together created the perfect shade for me. And it's a foundation that I love to wear. It's a foundation that I always get compliments on when it's on my skin. It's a foundation that I know is going to work for my skin every single time. But I took those two containers because they're tubes, but they're tubes like this, but they have a pump at the end. Because they're like that, there's always like this amount of foundation that gets, you know, stuck between where the tube like sucks it down into the pump and it being pumped out. So I did cut them open and put all the remnants left of each one of those foundations into here because I mixed them anyways, so why not start with them mixed. And I do want to finish this in, you know, by the end of the year, just to get these two foundations completely out of my collection. If you guys saw my haul, you know that I have a ton of foundations that I'm bringing into my collection, and I already had a ton of foundations in my collection, so there's that. This foundation mix in this container comes in at 1.8 ounces, and the goal is to finish it up before I pull it out. So that is my project pan update for August or September, whenever this is going up. The 7th or the 8th month update that I have for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that if you enjoyed it, you are considering giving it a big thumbs up. It really does help our channels out here. I also hope that you enjoyed it or me enough that you're considering subscribing to my channel. I really hope to have you around, and in the comments section, I would love to hear from you. What are you panning this year? What other project pans are you watching? Are they like mine? Are they rolling, or are they situationally just certain items? I have found a lot of success with these rolling projects. This rolling project this year, I have ran through many more items than I have ran through in the 18 and 18 or 19 and 2019 project that I've done in the past. I feel a little bit more successful. I think a lot of the reason why is because I am putting items that I like into these project pans just to get them out of my collection. But I also feel successful just because of the project, just because of what's going on. I have finished 13 items since we started this project in January, and I can't tell you that there has been any one of the project pans that I did in 2018 or 2019 that have fared this well. I think the most products I found myself walking through in the project pans in the past were like 7, maybe 8. And you know, even if I'm not completing some items, I have seen a lot of usage in some items I might not see usage in if I didn't have them into projects. So I hope that you guys are having a great day. I hope that the month is treating you well. I hope that you're staying safe out there and loving each other, but loving each other from afar. Again, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you along for the crazy ride, but if you do that, please don't forget to hit the notification bell. I do upload content 3 to 4 times a week, and I don't want you to miss anything, so please hit that notification bell, and please give me feedback in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and until next time, bye guys. I feel like I'm always eating in these videos these days. I went from never eating ever to always eating.